vitiligo.
Hello, my name is Sophia Matovu. Thank you for joining me on yet another episode of the Vitiligo Stories. Now, vitiligo is a chronic condition with an unpredictable cause, so treatment can be challenging for many people. The treatment ranges from topical creams, light therapy, oral steroids, among others. Every person responds differently to medications, or they will not respond at all. Edwin Duhura is a professional accountant, and he has tried lots of treatment options to an extent of using makeup to cover up the patches, but to no avail. Here is his story.
My name is Edwin Duhura. I'm an accountant, that's what I do. Yes, and I'm also a tax consultant. Actually, when something has you have not like experienced something, you may actually not have enough knowledge to go and investigate about it. But 2009, that's how it started on my skin. It was around April, and they started with small patches, and I thought it was ringworms. And then I went to AR clinic in Wandegea, and the doctor saw me. She saw something unusual. She said, they look like worms, but they are not. And then she gave me some cream to apply, but she recommended me to see a dermatologist. Yeah, so when I went to, she actually recommended to Dr. Kambugo Wandegea, and the next day I went there to Dr. Kambugo. And Dr. Kambugo said that he saw my skin, and he said that it could be an allergy or something like that, and gave me some creams, like 2 types of creams to go and apply. So I went and applied, tried to apply, but the thing kept increasing. I'm the person, when something happens to me, health-wise, I try to find out why is it happening. So I did not stop there. I went to another hospital. That is the Victoria Hospital in Bukoto now, and I found there, I think he was a physician, and he told me, he recommended to go to Unity Skin Clinic, that is at Acacia, because it is also a skin clinic for these conditions. So when I went there, I saw the doctor, I think it was Dr. Barbara by then. Then after that, I saw Dr. Marik. And they say this is vitiligo. I did not understand about vitiligo, though I used to see people with such kind of skin, and people would say this is Varongo, this is what, but I did not understand that. So the doctor said this is vitiligo. So what we are going to do is, we are going to do some phototherapy, where you go in the machine and then some light come on your body to bring the melanin back. Though they tested, they did other tests, like if my vitamins are okay and all that, and everything was okay. And they put me on that phototherapy. I used to go there like twice in a week, but it was expensive treatment. Yeah, so I asked the doctor, now how will I go into public and all that? And I remember they gave me the powder and the makeup. Yeah, they gave me the makeup, and I tried to apply the makeup for me to go in public. Because my home, when I reached my home, my children could see a different face. The children were also shocked. I have 2 girls and my wife. So they were shocked to see the dad skin changing and all that. So from there I stopped now going to public. Because I would meet this person and the person would tell you, Edwin, what happened? What's the problem? So that saying, like, you meet a person and asks you that, become shocked. The person gets like shocks. It affects me. So I continued at Acacia, but it was expensive. So I decided to go back to Victoria Hospital and meet another dermatologist who was an Indian, forgotten. And she told me, she actually gave me some options. Take passion fruits, the fresh ones, the raw ones, the small ones. You continue taking them, and then avoid things that can bring stress. Try to avoid such things, and then move on. She actually didn't give me like medicine. She told me the medicine is not there. Yeah, that's literally what she told me. So after that, I got to know that this condition, it seems it's not reversible, because the whole head was white, even the whole of this was white. It was turning white, because when you see my pictures, when I was okay on my pictures when it started, and when it was too much, you can see now there is a great improvement. So I remained at home. I remember then Corona came and all that, and I felt being alone there. Many people came to see me, people from my church and all that. They came to see me, gave me comforting words. Hey, Edwin, you can move on. People have it, can move on. But for people, they could not know what I was going through in my heart, because I was struggling to go in public. So I said to get off public. And then I used to be at home. Then I went to my village in Bushenyi. I also spent some months there during COVID. So people, of course, were giving me remedies and whatever. And the more they could give you remedies, the more you even get more stressed. Yeah, so I said, I even went into prayer. I said, surely God. But I had to get off the public for some time, because you meet people and people will tell you, trying to encourage you to do what, but like stressing you at that moment, and I never wanted to stress. So after I think it took me 8 months to now to have some strength to go in public and move and see people and talk to them and all that. Yeah. So I got to know that now this condition, it is me who has it, and then it's me who know how I'm feeling. Because the person was seeing me well, even relatives, many of them, they could actually meet me, and some, they get scared. And some of them I even cut off. I said, no, I will not visit. Whenever we have a gathering, I limited that, because I wanted to gain strength. It is actually my family, even my wife and the children, who knew maybe what I was going through. So after that, then I gained some mantle of step us again. And I went to church. I think the first time go to public, I went to church. Of course, people could call you and say, no, you can move, you can move. I could say, yes, I can move, but I could not go. Accepting me in office again, because my former employer, actually during, like before COVID there, the company closed. And actually, I think that was maybe the start of the cause, because when they told us that the company is closing, and then that's when actually they started developing, because the doctor at Victoria, the Indian, told me, give me the story, how it started. Then she asked me, did you work, did you leave? Like, I think they have experience, like someone leaves work and maybe stress comes in. So she told me that when that stress comes and the immunity fails to fight, it goes back to the skin, and then it creates that. Or the stress can actually cause maybe your head. It comes in many ways. But he said, for me, it came in that way. So after that work, because COVID now came in, now my skin was, I could not now go back to do other work. So after gaining mantle, now that's when I started now looking for work. So when I went for work, the first work I got was, the company is called Extreme Hygiene Solutions. I went there and they gave me work to do. Of course, people would see you and ask you what happened. But because I had gone through it personally, I would come out and tell them that, yeah, this is the condition, this is, of course, people would see and you see them very, very scared. So you even wonder and say, with these people, will they take me, will they, So it became a challenge, like if someone like doesn't want to come near you, some people may think this is maybe a contact disease. It actually took, maybe by the grace of God, that some people know that this is not a contaminated disease. It is not bad to touch this person and all that. So I started working even in other places. I went and worked, but shockingly, like some of the workplaces, actually I could not look at what. Actually, some of them could not even ask me. Yeah, they could not even ask me. They asked me like after some time. I think it's like some people have some level of maturity, I could say. They maybe think asking me at that point of time would maybe cause more problems. So they would ask me, like some bosses at a later stage. They say, Edwin, now, where are you born with this case and all that? Then I would now start explaining to them what happened. I was actually on Facebook. So I saw a lady, Penina, with the whole, because for her she used to put her face, her whole face, how she is. Then I saw her, like she was saying about vitiligo, that you can move on and what. So I went to her inbox and asked her, what is, how are you? How are you dealing with this condition? Then I told her, yes, I'm Edwin, and this is my condition. I cannot share my pictures on Facebook, but I need to meet you. He said, okay, yeah, we can meet. I'm in Bukoto and what? But you know Facebook things. You can decide to meet with a person and the person appears. So I said, she even put her number there. You can call me on this number. That's how I got her. I called her. Then I met her in the next day because I really needed to meet her and see how she has moved on with the condition, like the experience. So I met her in Ukoto, and I saw her a very positive lady. Like she's so free. I was so challenged. I said, it is yes. He said, but how you have a lot of strengths. How have you come? How have you managed with this condition? And then she told me, she actually gave me her story also. Because usually when someone gives you the story, before you even recommend remedies or what, but you need to hear someone give you the story of something, how it started. So she gave me her story, the details, because I like details. So she gave me the whole detail and how, what she happened and now where she is. Then she said, we even have an association called the Vitiligo Association of Uganda. Yeah, I said, oh, yes. She said, yes. So she said, it's better we join this association and move on. So, but I had not, I said, yes, I'm going to join. But I kept asking her questions. How do you move on? Even that association, how does it work and what? Yeah, the person who was there's another person called Daphne, because she also has vitiligo, but it actually took her the whole body. You may actually think that she's an albino, but she's not an albino, but she's our former ED here. So she said, you need to visit office, what? So I came, I visited her, I also talked to her, that lady. And he told me, she actually gave me sunscreen. She said, the best thing to fight with this is get sunscreen. Because the other makeup, I used it, but I could look into my face. Or when I go and sweat, now you get the hanky, you remove. Because I wanted to look, I look in my mirror, I said, this is not me. This is not me. So I stopped now the makeup. It was also, by the way, expensive. You could actually put it there, like you ladies who like makeup, you would put it and look very nice. But it could not yield results on my physical body. It actually no longer spreading. And I think that doctor, the Indian doctor at Victoria Hospital, because she told me, Edwin, don't go for many remedies. Don't go for many remedies. Don't go. Someone tells you medicine, you go for this, you go for this. He told me, settle in, eat a lot of vitamin, take some vitamin C, take a lot of fruits. The way I told you, take passion fruits. He said, sometimes the skin can come out and clear, but sometimes it might not go completely. Yeah, but I remember the whole head was white. Even all this was white. So when I followed and with the counseling of course, Peninanda, when I joined this and we took things positively, and because these people, I found them, they didn't have an accountant and all that, I said, okay, let me take that role, I help you, books, balance the books here and then. And then it started now, like this one started now disappearing. It disappeared, and even the nose was white, by the way.
The whole nose?
The whole nose was white. It was white. And then it kept clearing slowly. But it is actually people who could tell me, but Edwin, you have improved. My wife could say, Edwin, I see it is clearing, but for me, I could not see it. And people who saw me when it was too much, and when they see me now, there is a very huge difference, because it actually stopped spreading. It no longer spreads, only that the skin, when it is hot, because we have to have sunscreen. Yeah, this sunscreen, first of all, they are expensive. They are, by the way, expensive. A very good one is more than 6 and above thousand. So you have to use that to apply it on the skin, so that when you go on sunshine, when sunshine hits you, it does not the color becomes red, because when it hits you, like the red comes out, so someone may think like you have a wound. It can pain you. But when you apply it, because the sunscreen you put when you're going to the sun, and the one you put after the sun. Yeah, so you apply it so that help you for the sun not hit you. But we cannot, I cannot go in a very, very heavy sunshine. The final message is, if you have a family member, or if you have someone you know, your friend, your relative, the best way to encourage them is first understand, before you take them to give remedies, herbals, what. Like many people are telling you, but there is this herbal, you can take it and heal. I gave this person, no, not at all that everything heals on someone. Some people can take things and heal, but some cannot. But the best approach is counseling this person. You get it? First of all, understand the problem before you even give remedies. Because when you come and you call a person and they say, no, I have this medicine, you get it. You don't know the stress you are creating there. Yeah. But first understand the problem and which brought that stress. And then try to deal with the stress. Because there are people who, when the stress comes and these things increase. So if you meet a person, if you meet a relative who has this kind of condition, it does not kill, by the way, only that your physical nature is affected. And when it comes to ladies, it is worse, because you ladies, the best thing is beauty. Yeah, so try to counsel that person. And if a person does not come close to you to be counseled, leave that person. Yeah. To go through what he's going through, because that's what I went through. I did not look at what people are telling me. And I said, me, myself, to go through it. And then, yeah, don't recommend, you recommend this, you recommend this. Come and I take you to pastor to pray for you, and it goes. I have got many people telling me that. Come, the pastor will tell you this, we'll pray for this, and it goes. But first understand the problem, and then after, when a person comes to you and asks advice, that's where maybe you can come in. But the first thing, the person himself or herself first deal with it. If it is a family, make sure you avoid that person asking him a lot of questions. Where did it come from? Where? Yeah? Those questions. Yeah.
A person with vitiligo should learn what triggers it to spread more. Secondly, they must have a treatment plan to manage the condition. However, it's important to note that there is no guarantee that your skin will return to normal. If it does, fantastic. Well, see you next week, same time.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.